And takes a minute, but it'll come on.
It's okay. School's Wi-Fi is not too great.
Yeah, there it is. There we are. All right, so go live. Here we are. Hi everyone, welcome to the Prep Zone pregame show. Today we have the Wreckers Staples Girls basketball team taking on the Norwalk Bears, directly from the junkyard here. And I have with me here today Senior Captain Aviva Ross. Aviva, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Of course, thanks so much for joining us on the pregame show. I want to ask you first about this season. You guys 3-4, 2-0 in FCX play. What has been this season like for you?
I think having a new coach, Sparks has been the best coming from Paco. I think those few losses in states definitely helped us transition, and we're starting. Also, we lost Sarah into forward, so I think coming off of that, we've been doing really well, and we're starting to adjust better, and we're doing really well.
Yeah, for sure. And just because, I'm going to ask you to fix your mic just a little bit. Put it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure everybody can hear great. Awesome. Thank you, Viva.
Of course.
I think what you said is really something to talk about because you guys took some really tougher games early on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of showing that, FCX play, I wouldn't say it's been easy, but you guys have had 2 comfortable wins.
Yeah.
How do you guys, you as a captain, keep the team, kind of motivated those first maybe rocky few games? What do you guys look for to just keep the team, not letting yourself get too much down on that?
I mean, I think definitely just making sure we're there for each other. If we miss a shot, we're still there to cheer each other on, making sure we're okay. And to keep shooting, making sure we're still listening to Coach. When he tells us to shoot, we need to shoot. He knows basketball better than we do. And I think especially as a captain, and me, Ella, and Poppy do, is just trying to make sure our team stays together and doesn't fall apart, giving each other high fives.
Yeah. Listen, that's one thing I think Sadie said, last game was that, sometimes when you're on the court and somebody from the bench there is kind of encouraging, that person to do that, how much a difference that makes.
It's definitely a big difference. Coming off what Sadie said, I 100% agree. It's definitely a good feeling if you hear a cheerleader or your team. It's definitely good on your back and makes you want to continue to do it.
Okay, so let's talk about today's game. Norwalk obviously a team that's, I think that it's a program that, got really good people, but, they're still building that program up, right? So we kind of expect you guys to kind of take this game today. But how do you go into a game like this? Sometimes you're kind of really a favorite, but how do you guys prepare for a game like today?
Yeah, I think we just have to see it as a regular game and obviously making sure we're using our plays and our strategies and our skills together as a team and stay together. Obviously, yes, we are the overdog and making sure we're just there in the press, making sure we get back and just communicating. This is what's going to take us to victory.
Yeah, and let's just say the score gets, to a point where it's kind of a really one-sided score. How do you as a captain kind of keep the team? Because it can sometimes get sloppy, right? You got to take long shots. So how do you kind of, take that charge and say, hey, guys, let's just keep doing it? So how do you guys as a captains do that?
I think it definitely doesn't make Sparks happy when we start to play sloppy. So I feel like just making sure we're, again, talking to our teammates in huddles and on the bench and just saying, guys, we got to keep it up. Yes, we are up by a lot, but we need to keep it up. We can't play sloppy. It's also nice to see Kennedy and Maeve, some newer freshmen, getting in there, getting some buckets. It also makes us very excited to see them get their first varsity points.
Yeah, I did notice that. I think last game, it was Kennedy that got her first points.
Kennedy, yes.
And I think there was a big cheer from the bench. And I always feel like, when you have captains, senior captains, and it's usually you do have them, and then you guys are always preparing the younger. You always try to leave the program better than you found it, right? So how much focus do you guys as captains put on making sure that you're developing talent and kind of passing that culture on?
Again, I feel like just making sure we're there for each other and making sure we're just talking to each other on and off the court, team bonding, going out to breakfast, making sure girls have rides, talking to girls at Pasa's dinner. This year, we've really tried to make the whole program one cohesive team. So all of our Pasa dinners are together. All of our team bonding is together, and everything's together.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's really great. And let's talk now about, I want to ask you about you, just a little bit off basketball. I know that you're a multi-sport athlete. You play golf.
Correct.
Right? I remember that last year, I think it was Dagny, right? Had a really,
correct.
You guys went well. So how do you view, someone who's just does all these multiple sports? What's the biggest benefit that you see that?
I feel like it definitely keeps me active, but also being a captain of golf, also I feel like coordinates back to basketball and just making sure I'm a great leader. I may not be a starter, but again, just being there for my teammates and motivating them to keep going makes me want to do better as well.
Yeah, and you brought that up, and I want to ask that because a lot of times there's this perception that, if you're a captain, you got to start, you got to do this and that. And you guys are proving that, you can lead from anywhere on the court.
Yeah.
How do you view that, and what is that like for you as a captain to have the role that you have on the team right now?
Yeah, I think Sparks definitely, and he's told us since the beginning, is that he plays to win. So he may play sophomores or Addie Talbot, one of those freshmen, over us, which honestly I'm not mad about. I'd rather them do better and play better and start than I would, and just making sure I'm still there on the bench and just talking to our team, talking to them through it, keeping them up.
Yes. Listen, your attitude is so great. I think it's like not everyone has that, but it really is good to see that, right? Because you put the team above yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What has been your best movement of the season so far? Was it the 3 last week?
I think it had to be my 3 against Nick Mann, hearing my friends. So a lot of my golf teammates actually are cheerleaders. And so having them and my second team, my basketball team, also cheering me on definitely made it better.
Yeah, listen, it was great. I want to wish you the best of luck. We're going to let you go warm up.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the game today. And we expect you guys to win and move on to 4-4 and 3-0.
I'm looking for it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Appreciate it. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Give us a few minutes. We'll go to break, and we'll be right back. All right. Cool, man. Thanks so much. Let's Staples Norwalk. If you don't mind plugging that in, and I'll get us live here in a little bit. Just like like right that. Yeah, right up there. It's perfect.
Good right here?
Oh, yeah, right. That's perfect. Perfect. So we're live here. All right.
What's up? How's it going?
All right. It's coming. As soon as it comes here, we'll go live. It's come off break. Ryan's doing his thing over there.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. All right, let's